Hello, my name is Robert Foster. How you doing today? Um, this is our second time we are doing this video. Um, let's get this started by setting our cubes up in our default scene. I'm just setting up a cube up for a default scene for it to be in Unreal. Okay, we're gonna take this simple cube and if note this, if you go to object new and go to new, you get a default scene. And so we got this default scene here in our Blender. um, to know anything about basic of Blender or anything, this is the second time I did this video and I was having problems with it. So I got everything open at once. I got my Unreals open, and I got my Blenders open, and I got my Photoshop open. Okay, so technically we got no Photoshop, but this techniques you could use for creating normal maps out of your textures. So we're going to keep this simple and clean right now. So we ain't going to do textures right now. We're going to do textures in a moment. So let's get this started. So we have a default cube in the scene. Right now, if you open new, you have lights and cameras. Just delete that, pressing the X key. So we are going to go to the file because we're going right straight to it. File, export to FBX. So we got a lot of options covered. So right now, if we are like if you are new and you just did it for the first time, you're gonna have all this selected. You know, I'm just demonstrating because this is the second time I did this video. If you have all this selected, we don't need all this because we don't have any animation, amateur, or whatnot. So everything here is default. Forward Z, upward Z is fine. Y is up is fine. Everything else is fine. This is experimental. If you have any apply transformations and getting aware of that, I'll show you how to apply scale and transformations of default. So also that we look at geometry, apply modification. Right now we don't have any modification, so we can just unselect that. Normal, we are fine. Everything else you don't have to worry about the form, bones, or anything about bones or animation. So we just leave that as is, and we got just two versions. So right now we are exporting this binary and ASCII code. ASCII files goes very well with Maya and thing if you exporting to Maya, and this really works. Okay, so everything else is just right there in front of us. No, um, this depends. If it don't work on 7.0, it always go to the. If it don't work on binary, you could work on ASCII. So you just select mesh, and then just export it and name it cube. So we already got that in our scene. So we're going to export that as is. Go back into our Unreal, and then we right click, import in our content browser. Right click, import cube, select cube, and export that. Okay, it's going to ask you about your mesh. Everything's fine, leave everything default. We're not going to actually tweak all these settings up or anything up here. Everything is fine, you know what I mean. Everything here, you know, fine. Just leave everything alone. So just import it all. Okay, we done. It's going to let us set as a warning. Don't worry about the warning. We're going to save as. Okay, we'll drag and drop the cube, and it's in our scene. So a cube is size to be perfect. Okay. Alright. Our cube is solidly perfect, and our widget, our manipulator, is at the bottom because it's better that way. So let me demonstrate why. So you could just scale it like on the x-axis like this. If you want a tall building, if you want to, and you can scale it. And this is perfect when you do a modular build. And when you're on modular build, you want everything on the bottom or to the side, because you could just do like this and come on down. You could just do like this. It's easy to scale. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this is perfect. Perfect what you want to do. So let's just select this in the scene and just delete this in the scene, out of the scene. Okay, so now we got a cube in here. So we're gonna re-import this again. So now we're gonna change our settings. Now sometimes, if you're in the older or newer version of Blender, this is the older version Blender. This is not the this is not 2.78C. This is not the C version. This is just a regular 2.8, regular version. This is the old version. I did not upgrade to the new version, and I did not because I don't know any bug issues. Usually I upgrade it to C or A. They're just moderation bug fixes. So, I have a little problem, so I might have to upgrade, but not right now. So I'm going to change it to metric. So now we're in metric mode. Also, we're going to go to the we call this object, or we call it this data mode. We're going to click on map. It's going to automatic UV map. Also, we import a texture we already have for UV map. So we're going to start to just press new when we got our our material. Already set this up, so we got a material already set up for you, and we got the textures already set up for you. Also, we're going to set up the normal map, so we could just take a look at the normal map. At this time, you can't see it in just shader because we don't need lights, so we don't need any lights. So we're going to import the normal map, what we just created, in Quixel. Just go to Quixel and click on the button and generate your normal maps. So if you don't know any Quixel, there's a lot of handful of tutorials on that. So we want to import our shader, and wishly did not why it's not importing our image from where I saved it at last time. Hold on. Here we go again. Sometimes, okay, so, alright, so, okay, issue, alright. One issue here. Okay, so if you can't read your format, let's go back to Quixel and whatnot. So I'm gonna go back and export it again from Quixel. Oh, it's in that map. Okay, so alright, we go to here and we go to Blender, go to reference, go to the normal map, export, import it, get rid of cover, and just say normal. Alright, so we don't have nothing to select in our view. Go to UV map, go to object mode, edit mode, and just if you want to preview that, bam, making sure everything is UV map. Okay, we everything is set fine. Now the pivot mode, we will change the pivot mode to for cursive. Alright, that's fine. Now we will export into FBX. Okay, everything's fine. Export. Now here's the secret. Now you don't have to import it. Just right click it and press re-import. So, okay, what happened here? Alright. First off, we still got the same size cube. Second off, we don't got our textures in here. Let's delete it. And we want to get our textures. So, sometimes we import it. So just import all again so we get the textures. There we go. Okay, it did not import the normal map. Okay. Simple apparent reason, Unreal doesn't support TIFF files. Okay, let me show you why. So technically, if we go to our image, we click on here, and we go to it doesn't show up. Ah, what's that? What? Okay, so now our jaw's just open. Okay, now we have to go back to Photoshop, and then we save as, because this is normal map, right? Because it doesn't, so we could do a target file. Now, does it support target file? Yes, in a way it should. So we could say 6416. I'll leave it 64 bit. You could go higher, 32. Now you want to go back, and here's another issue. So yes, technically when you import into Blender, so you could re-import it again, the normal map, but I'm gonna just show you another way. I know this is like horrible. I need to look for my stuff. Okay, so it did not import TIFF. What's this? Oh, wow, it doesn't support TIFF. Where on my normal map? Why don't it support TIFF? So that's another issue. I say sometimes it's gonna support. Now you can drag and drop in there, but it's gonna convert it into something else. So we get TIFF, Targa. All right. So you go to Ping. Ping has definitely support. All right. I put none. Alright, so we go for our settings. I'm just going to take you through this issues why it doesn't support. So when you're exporting, sometimes it supports TIFF, and sometimes they give you options to convert it into a different format. And where's it at? Here it goes. Ah, support it. I'm just showing you a way. Convert it. Convert. Say convert. And convert a file into a normal map. Press OK. Okay, so was this? So now we did actually import the file. So you want to import the normal map, you could just simply drag and drop the normal map inside here. You know, simple materials. This is basic materials, everybody knows. Normal map, okay, accept it. Okay, wait till save, compile and save. It's going to ask you to apply the world change. Might take some time, depends on the node base. My computer's a little slow. Alright. So if you want to see your asset, so you just click on, select that, and just click on that. And now you could just preview your material. Wait till it loads up. Well, it takes a while. But go ahead and drag and drop in here. Wow, we got a realistic cube. So look all that detail we just did. Now let's press the W key to move it up or down. You could add physics bodies to it. I think this is perfect cube. You could scale it down if you wanted to. If it's too big for you, you know, you can scale it down here, you know, if it's a prop. Now for humans, it's going to be larger than it meets the eye. Sometimes it comes out perfect, like this small, and you have to scale it up. And so we'll press the W key. Okay, so now we just you wanna rebuild your lighting, whatnot. You could do that. That is so beautiful. Yep. We are not gonna make any inputs for our characters. You know what I'm saying? But you can. But it's a beautiful cube. Press F to focus in. Take a look at it. Also, another tip if you want to see and it look like in game view. Okay, you're previewing cinematic. You could do that. Also, another quick view. You could turn your view into that. Got this. Press the F key. Sometimes the F key don't work. Why? There we go. It works. So Control Alt, delete, and we don't want this to show in the view. Just turn on game mode so we can see what it look like. It looks cool. You know what I'm saying? You can scale it, duplicate it. Now you got yourself a good looking cube. If you are lost or anything but importing to from Blender and from render, from Blender to Unreal, hit me Meshes Up by Robert Foster. Just hit my YouTube account, Twitch. You open my Twitch account. If my Twitch account, just hit me on my YouTube and I will get back with you, or tips and tricks and tips, or anything about importing to Blender render. We're gonna take it from step by step. The live episode would it just go very advanced, where oh this is this and that. I'm gonna take it step by step, all the issues you have, where issues you having, and I'm gonna show you the do's and don'ts. My name is Robert Foster, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.